Hey guys, what's going on? Drax here, and I'm wearing some lovely makeup today. I tell you what, guys, I got painted. I think Mazion and Slipgator painted me on the stream the other day. But yeah, what's going on? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. I started building my house here, and I'm going to finish it up here a little bit today. I've kind of rebuilt it a little bit. I was doing the thing on stilts, and I wasn't too keen on it, so I'm going to... I rebuilt what you see here, and I need to do some more resource gathering, so I figured I'd bring you guys along and do a little bit of a talky episode, just a teensy little bit, because you know I don't think I've talked to you guys in a little while, and I think it could be a lot of fun. Now lately on the channel, we hit 7,500 subscribers, which is just phenomenal. I tell you what, guys, I never would have thought that I would have hit that fast. Blows me away. And so it's really cool. Now I want to start doing something for the community a little bit more. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's a raptor. Oh, it's a raptor. Get away from me. Get away from me, you stupid raptor. It is not hurting me, but something that I do that some of you guys might not know about is usually on Fridays I host a community night, where or community day, what have you, where I usually play games with you guys. You know, we might do Survival of the Fittest, we might do Rocket League, you know, just certain stuff like that. But on top of that, you know, I don't have a whole lot of interaction with just the YouTube crowd, so something I've been thinking about doing, and you guys let me know, is taking a comment per video and, you know, just talking about it. So if you guys have questions, you know, those could get answered, and I could, you know, get back to you and whatnot, and it could be a really good time. I think it could be very nice. I'm going to take out some of these trees here around here. I think it really could be very nice to address some of your guys' questions and stuff like that, and just kind of, you know, chit chat, and take some time in every video to talk to you guys and just like I said, answer the questions that you got. So what I'm actually going to do today, since I'm just doing a bunch of resource gathering, I am going to actually take all stone ceilings. Can I just have that? Oh, yeah, put that in there. So I don't have a lot of my Ingrams because in yesterday's episode, or it's actually Monday's episode, I'm sorry, I recorded it yesterday. I took a soup that lets me forget all my stuff, so I have to relearn everything. I thought it just did the points, like your stats and whatnot, so I didn't really think about this, but yeah. Ceiling, door frame, door, not bad. Large box, stone wall, wooden ramp, and so we should have a stone wall, stone door frame, stone door. There we go. All right, so now if I go to craftables and structures and then stone, I should be able to craft some walls. Cool. All right. So, you know, what I'm going to do today is I'm actually just going to talk, gather resources, build some of my house, you know, go through that process all on camera with you guys. We're going to do no cuts. And I want you guys to let me know how you feel about this episode. If you like it, please let me know. And if you kind of hate it and you're like, oh, Drax, don't ever do that again, let me know. You know, if you guys prefer the edity stuff and all that, I will gladly do it. I just, you know, wanted to talk to you guys a little bit and hang out, chit chat, do some fun stuff. So one of the first questions I got was, how do I know Slipgator and Zul'jin? Now this question comes up a lot, and I address it a lot, but the two don't tie in together too much. My first run-in was Slipgator, or of the two, it was first Slipgator. The guy actually played on a server that I played on way back in the day called Get in the Cart Pig. He was brought on there by Stony Plays, who brought on Woolly Creeper, and then Woolly Creeper brought on Slipgator. So it was kind of cool to, you know, be able to talk to them and whatnot. Even way back in the day when, you know, they were tiny channels and I didn't know them very well. I think Slipgator was maybe at like 1,000, maybe 2,000 back then. So that tells you how long ago, you know, that was. It was really nice. He was a great guy. He kind of inspired me to start doing YouTube. It wasn't necessarily. He was on the Canvas back in the day, and you know, just doing stuff on there. And I thought it was really cool, and just yeah, I started to follow in his footsteps a little bit. So fast forward about, I don't know, maybe a year from that, maybe a couple months, Slipgator joins Hypermine. Now, I had no idea what Hypermine was up until that point. So I, you know, like I said, didn't know anything, but I started watching some of the guys on there, and that was my first experience with my buddy Zul'jin. And Zul'jin was running Hypermine. Hypermine was a modded server back then. Met a whole bunch of really cool people, or started watching a whole bunch of really cool people through them, and it was really cool. Now, about, I don't know, maybe 2 years at this point, 2 years ago now, at this point, the Hypermine ran a contest and to join, and I got accepted. And right about that time is when Slipgator joined Hermitcraft. So it might not be 2 years, but it's got to be close to that. So I joined Hypermine. Like a month later, Slipgator joins Hermitcraft. It was really cool to see him get on there and grow, and you know, kind of just have that really cool opportunity. And so we did that. I got to play with Z quite a bit. And then shortly after that, False and Z. Well, no. I had joined Hypermine, right? And then that November, or maybe it was July, I'm not sure. Whenever Minecon 2013 was, I went to Minecon and I got to meet Zul'jin. Now that was really, really cool in my opinion. You know, we had talked quite a bit and we became pretty good friends through Minecraft, but meeting him in person was a blast, man. And he just was the best person you'll ever meet. Zul'jin is a very, very nice individual. Really, you can't find people like Z nowadays. It's quite honest. You know, he's tells you how it is. He's always nice. He's always caring. You know, he's the best guy in the world, and it showed when we met at Minecon, and you know, we hit it off. We were really great friends and everything, and so he was the one to kind of, you know. I always tell people that Slipgator was the one to inspire me to make videos, and Zul'jin was the one to tell me that I could do it. You know what I mean? Just kind of one of those things where it was like, I don't know, he made it real to me, I guess you could say. It's a little weird, but you know, whatever. But yeah, that's how I met Slip and Zul'jin, and you know, me and Zul'jin, we've met up at a couple of conventions over the years, and Zul'jin, or Slip, and I got to meet in person this year at PlayOnCon. So it was really nice to get to meet him finally, and you know, make him 3-dimensional. But yeah, that was that's kind of the story of you know, how I met up with these guys, and you know, yeah. So what's next? Let's see. Drop item. Oh, I still can't move. Why can't I move? All right, so the next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is your favorite color of the alphabet? Now, these questions are anonymous, so if you guys like leave comments or questions in the comment section, I will say your name unless you say not to. But all of these questions, real quick, are actually anonymous. What is my favorite color of the alphabet on a scale of 1 to 10? Well, I would say Q. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I don't really know how to answer that question. All right, well, with the new mobile platforms in Ark, any plans on a mega turret platform? That sounds really cool, especially like maybe doing like Plant Species X. I was kind of thinking, I know there's like a limit to the amount of structures that you can put on something, but maybe having like a platform of all foundations, and then going from there, I'm going to actually start putting up some of the stuff that we got. But having a platform of all foundations, and then off the sides, like you say you do 3 wooden foundations across, and then you go down off the side of the Bronto with walls, and then you have ceilings come out a little bit, and you just do plant species X, and you just wreck everything that comes around. I think that would be really cool. I haven't tried it yet. It takes a lot of resources and a lot of Brontos, and I don't have either. We have the one Bronto, but that's I think I'm gonna let Mezion take that if he wants it, because that was kind of a little group project, and I'm sure the group will probably take advantage of it as well. Somebody asked, "How are you enjoying layers?" And layers is in quotations. Now, I asked on Twitter, nobody responded, but I have no idea what that means. I don't know what layers is. I don't know if it's a TV show or something. I have no idea. The next question is, what is the farthest place from home you have visited? So I live in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. And I have lived here for a little while now. Am I completely immovable? No. Me and my wife moved here. She was going to college, and I proposed to her, and then we got married, and I moved down here with her, and we actually had went to school in Missouri together. So it's not like we didn't know each other. We knew each other for years. Like when I say years, I mean like we dated back in like 9th grade. So we've known each other for nearly 10 years, and just it was a good time. But yeah, we moved here to Nashville, and the farthest place from either, I think, is probably when me and my wife, we took a trip to California last year. That was unbelievable. That was my first real plane flight, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was terrified, but that was the greatest trip. And kind of, it gave me a little bit of an itch to take trips like that, and go traveling and whatnot. Now, I never really thought that I would be one much for travel, but that trip really, it was amazing and so fun. And I did get a little sick on the plane, not gonna lie, but it was still really, really fun, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah, so we got a couple of slanted pieces we need to make there. I'll put these back. But yeah, that's the farthest place I've gone. I've also been to Costa Maya and Cozumel. I went on a cruise back in high school, but yeah, the trip wasn't nearly as exciting, and I don't know. It wasn't the same. It wasn't with my wife, so that was, my wife has a lot to do with it. My wife is absolutely amazing, and I love her, and she's probably like blushing right now if she watches my video. Yes, she sometimes watches my videos. So I'm actually gonna take a second here and switch the page, and we're gonna answer some of these other questions here. All right, so we have a lot of these are still anonymous too. What is the last song you sang out loud to? All right, so if you ask my wife again, I sing a lot, and a lot of it is just really random stuff. So I just like start belting stuff out. So I don't think I know of a song that I've sang out to lately. But I do it all the time, and it embarrasses her. Isn't that like the reason husbands are alive, to embarrass their wives a little bit, and she embarrasses me sometimes too. But yeah, so that was I can't really say one particular song. Oh no. Do you ever watch your own YouTube videos? Yes, all the time. I actually, like, when I'm editing and whatnot, I have to watch my own videos. It is definitely, like, you just got to. You just got to. Trying to get that across there. Nice. Okay. And now we're going to have to make some ceilings. So, yeah, and definitely, like, if I get to a point to where I don't remember something I did in like a tutorial or something, I always go back and watch my tutorials. I always find that really funny, and it's a good time. All right. Next question is, what makes you happiest in life? What makes me happiest in life is honestly my wife. My wife is absolutely amazing, and we've been married for going on either going on 3 years or yeah. Our anniversary would have been back in June. Yep. So yeah, we're going on 4 years actually next year. And yeah, she is definitely brings out the best in me, and you know she's probably like yeah, cheesy, but yeah, oh well. Yeah, that's definitely it. And you know, making YouTube videos and stuff like that have definitely been really amazing as well. The interactions that I get from you guys and stuff like that is just incredible. It's just like, yeah. Who knows? Let's see, where is the Minecraft videos? So to be perfectly frank with you guys, I'm kind of bored of Minecraft right now. Oh, why can't I turn? There we go. Some weird thing happened there. I'm actually kind of bored of Minecraft, and you know, that kind of happens. I've honestly, I have been playing Minecraft since 2010, 2011. So it's now 2015. It's 4 years, and I probably played for 3 to 4 hours a day on minimum for that amount of time. That's a lot of Minecraft. Like if Minecraft was a Steam game and you could tell the amount of hours that you had put in, I think it would be just an atrocious number. It would be absolutely crazy how much time that I have spent playing this game, and there's nothing wrong with it. I still enjoy it. I had to take a little bit of a break, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to take a little bit of a break. And if you hear some ruffling in the background, that is my cat playing with, she's got this tunnel and she runs through, and it's kind of crunchy. It kind of sounds like a plastic bag, but she's going nuts. It's morning. She always goes crazy in the morning. And so someone else has asked, how come I haven't been streaming this week? That basically comes down to the fact that my internet's been really wonky. Anytime, like during the day around like 2 o'clock my time, I've been having a lot of internet connection problems. It will drop and come back and drop and come back, and I've called the techs out and they say that they're working on it. But yeah, if it's not fixed this week, I'm gonna call and possibly raise some cane on, you know, on what's going on. Let's see. Survival of the fittest. What do you think of survival of the fittest? I love survival of the fittest. I think it is a blast. It is kind of like the old UHC, but more what I thought UHC should have been. You know, it's like that Hunger Games style. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of action, a lot of stuff like that. So that's I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's a lot of fun, and me and my buddies, we've been doing it a lot. We've been playing a lot. So let's see. I'm gonna check my questions here. Let's see. Someone asked, do I play any instruments? I used to play the guitar. Okay, let me rephrase this. I used to take guitar lessons, and it was a long time ago. And I never got too into it. I think it was just one of those phases you kind of go through as a kid. You want to play and whatnot. Now, I wish I would have stuck with it. I really do. Or maybe even piano. I think that would have been really cool skill to have. And, you know, just really fun, I think, you know, personally. But, you know, I'm not very musically inclined. I've got GarageBand on my iPhone. I've got GarageBand on my Mac. And anytime I try to create something, it just turns out horrible. So I don't have any real musical talent, I would say. So we're gonna head back into the gate here. We're about that 20-minute mark, so I think I'm gonna place what I have, and then we'll go from there. Come on, pump weight. You can do it, man. Come on. I'm actually going to hit the... Oh, nope, not that. I'm going to do a gamma 3 just so we can see a little bit better. Can we close this? There we go. All right. And the last question here, how many pets do you have? Well, growing up, I had a ton of pets. We had a pretty large area, chunk of land that we lived on, and it was all fenced in and everything. And numerous times growing up, people would actually drop dogs off in our yard. They might have dropped cats off too, but I don't remember ever seeing any cats when I was growing up. But it was like a dumping ground for animals, and I always was really mad when they did that. So I've always been an animal lover. Like, one of my goals in life is to open maybe an animal shelter, you know, that's like no kill or anything like that, and just a place where, you know, dogs and cats can either come to be adopted or live out their lives in peace and, you know, not have to worry about where their meal's coming from. And I know, like, that might be a little strange, but that's always, you know, growing up. A wall is obstructed. Do I need to get rid of this? Growing up, you know, people always have dreams and whatnot. You know, your dreams may change and stuff, but that was always something that I've always wanted to do. I just find it absolutely heartbreaking sometimes that you know, people would abandon their animals and whatnot, and it's just it's bad, man. It's real bad. But right now, currently, we live in an apartment, so, you know, I don't have the opportunity to do that just yet. You know, maybe a little further down the road, it'll be something that I tackle. But for now, we have 2 cats. I don't know what kind they are. I've never been one to follow cat types. I know that might sound horrible, but I've just never have. You know, it's cats are cats to me. I love them all the same, no matter what kind they are. And that's kind of the same with dogs, too. We have one dog. Her name's Callie. She's a lab. And the only reason I know that is because that was what they told us when she was got at the Humane Society. But yeah, she's a little lab, probably the best dog in the world, and I absolutely love her, too. Ceilings. Yeah. All right, let's put these back. I think I'm actually going to do a gamma 4 because it's so dark. But yeah, those are my animals right now, and I love them to pieces. Let's see. Place that. Place that. And I would totally have more animals, more dogs and stuff, if I had an area where I could, you know, they could have a little more space to run and whatnot. But right now, there we go. All right, so I'm going to actually end up needing a lot more ceilings in this little project. But we'll go outside and see how many more I might need. All right, let's just take all. Yep. And ceilings. Oh, 4 more. That's it. Yeah, we're probably going to be encumbered by the stone. But, yeah, guys, if you guys like this, please let me know and leave a question or a comment or something, and I'm going to pick one at the end of every episode from here on out, except for tomorrow, because tomorrow I've already got that episode recorded. So if I miss that, I'm sorry. But, yeah, we're going to start, you know, commenting on your guys' stuff and having a conversation and getting it going with you guys. So for now, my name is Draax. This has been a Talky episode for sure. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I know I have. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.